Hello. I just wanted to make a quick video this afternoon to continue to riff on this idea of the creator that I was speaking about in my post the other day. And sorry, apologies that I'm like on another realm right now. I always feel inspired to make these videos right after I put my son down for his nap, and then I'm like, yeah, but this idea that we're all creators, that we're all creative. There's a narrative in our culture which speaks to this idea that only some people are creative, right? That the people who are really artistically talented, or the amazing dancers or painters or whatever art skill, that's creativity. And then there's like the rest of us. And this is like an idea that I so bought into for like my entire life. I grew up with a lot of highly artistically creative friends, and I never made art because I was like, okay, well, they just made that and it was amazing, and I just drew a stick figure. And I'm like, okay, there's no point, right? I'm not creative. So it's like this story, this like overlay that so many of us have, like, I'm not creative. And I want to just dispel that, because we're all creators. Like, now we don't all have the same creative gifts as one another. You know, there's limitless ways that our creativity is expressed. That said, we're all creating in every moment. We literally are creating with every thought that we think. We're creating with every idea that plays through our head. And I think a lot of our thought processes are hijacked by ideas such as, like, I'm not creative, which like stops us from tapping into the creative impulses that want to come through us. And there's all of those like societal thought systems that are programmed into our subconscious from the time we're children. So part of really like consciously creating is understanding that, and sort of like digging out those beliefs which have been inserted into our consciousness, and seeing ourselves as the divine beings that we are. Because when we're living inside of these loops of stories, we can just get really stuck. Giving you some little like nature medicine right now in my yard here too. Yeah, we can get really stuck. And as far as this idea of being a creator, it can be really detrimental to our well-being, because inherently, like by the very nature of who we are as human beings, like we are creator beings. We're here to create worlds, and we do create our world. That's why every single one of us perceives the world in a different way, because with our thoughts, we're creating the world that we perceive in each and every moment. Like what I'm perceiving right now is a result of all of my creations leading up to this moment. And what we're seeing as a collective is a result of our collective creation. So to change what we're perceiving in our own circumstances and on a global and cultural scale, we have to come into this realization that we're creating the reality that we perceive, and we have to become conscious of that creation process within us. And as I said, I think that starts with like clearing out of a lot of the limiting beliefs before we can actually consciously be in creation mode, because otherwise we're unconsciously creating in every moment, which can lead to us creating things that we don't actually want to see. Such as, just to use my own life as an example, I was in a really difficult relationship for almost 4 years, and my thoughts in that relationship were really, really negative all of the time. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have enough money to pay my bills. Oh my gosh, he's going to cheat on me. Oh my gosh, like always just this like running negative stories of like all of these horrible things that were going to happen. And I was really stuck in those loops. I wasn't using my creative potential to my advantage at all, and I was creating all this energy in my reality that was destructive. What I was creating in my mind, I was seeing in my reality. Like, I was still creating, but I wasn't creating the world I wanted to see. I was using my incredible power to create what I didn't want to see. I was focused, so entirely focused on what I didn't want to see, that I just created more and more and more and more of it. And I think that's so much of what happens in this world, is we have all these things that we don't like, and we just place our intention there, and we focus on it, and we put more and more and more attention on it, and it just grows and grows, and the problem seems worse and worse and bigger and more insurmountable. And so it's an incredible gift to give yourself and to give this world, to own your creative power, and to realize that while yes, you might not ever be an amazing artist who sits down and like paints a Picasso, that said, you can still enjoy painting. It's not even about the outcome there. It's just about like enjoying the process. And for myself, even though like somebody else looking at a piece of art I created would probably not be like, oh wow, that's beautiful, for me, knowing like the energy that I sat down and poured into a piece of art that I made makes that piece of art beautiful to me. And your life is that piece of art. Our lives are the greatest work of art that we're continually creating. And so we get to play with our creativity. My hair's going crazy out here again. We get to play with our creativity. We get to play with actually creating what we want to see in the world, and in our own lives. I think the world can seem insurmountable. So like the easiest place to start is in your own life, to start to seed the creative vision that you want to see in your own reality. And then you get to play with how that looks, how that unfolds. And so much of this comes through then just being present to the creative process and like enjoying the creation, not just the outcome, like the end results, the whole process of the creation, like enjoying the every step of doing it, gathering the supplies, making the decisions, like visualizing what you want to see, every little step. And one of the greatest like creative hacks that I found for creating a life that you truly love and adore is the power of gratitude. To be so grateful for every little thing that you have, for every little piece that goes into creation, for the space, your home that you have to make your creations within, for the food and the meals that you get to create, and the way you get to enjoy that sucker for your body, and like every little piece of the creation, like coming into this like deep devotional gratitude for the life you're living right here. Before, like if you're living a life right now that doesn't feel the way you want it to feel, like before you come into this life you absolutely fucking love, like coming into that gratitude. And because this has been such a powerful tool for me, I really feel compelled to share more about this. It has gratitude, the power of gratitude has totally transformed my reality, like within a matter of months. And so I'm going to be offering a free play shop in a couple of weeks, Saturday the 7th of October, 9th of October. I think it's the 9th. Okay. It's a Saturday in October, sometime between the 7th and 9th. And I'll be sharing more about this. I'm going to be offering a play shop called Quantum Gratitude, and it's going to be really fun. We'll be together for a couple of hours, and we're going to work on clearing limiting beliefs and feeling into what we do want to be creating in our lives, and then playing with how we can get grateful and harness the power of gratitude to create quantum shifts, to literally shift timelines and step into like a higher version of our own lives. It's going to be super fun, super useful, and like I said, it's totally free. So if you are feeling called to join me, please come. If you can't make it live, there will be a replay, so still I would encourage you to sign up. I will be sharing that info of how you can do so really soon. And in the meantime, you can drop me a comment or a a direct message to let me know, hey, I'm interested in being a part of this Quantum Gratitude Play Shop. And I will be sure to send out the details to you within the next couple of days. Let's just own our creative potential, folks. Let's create the world we want to see. Let's stop being in this story of victim to the world around us and realize the limitless potentiality of ourselves as creator beings. This is my greatest hope in this moment, is just to truly harness this potential and to share that with you. So I hope you'll join me for Quantum Gratitude, and I am sending you so much love, you infinite, beautiful, limitless creator, goddess, God being. I love you. Bye.